Ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. The strongest force in your life is focus. And focus is destroyed the moment you open your mouth. Never tell people what you do. Why? Because the instant you speak, you give away power. Energy leaves your vision and doubt enters through the words of others. When you talk too much, you invite criticism. You invite envy. You invite the weakness of opinions from those who have achieved nothing. And what happens? Their doubts sink into your mind, poisoning your belief. That is how dreams die, not by failure, but by exposure. True builders keep quiet. The tallest trees grow in silence. The most powerful rivers carve mountains without noise. Your goals are seeds, and every seed grows in darkness first. Speak too soon and you dig it up before it has roots. Remember, results are the only language that needs no translation. You don't need to explain. You don't need to prove. When your success stands before the world, it speaks louder than 1,000 promises. Silence is discipline. Silence is strength. While others talk, you work. While others boast, you build. While others explain, you execute. So guard your vision. Lock it inside your heart. Work in the shadows. And when the time is right, step into the light. Not with words, but with victory so undeniable the world has no choice but to respect you. Never tell people what you do. Show them when it's done. Silence is power. Energy wasted in talk weakens results. The more you explain, the less you execute. The more you reveal, the more you invite resistance, jealousy, and doubt. Too many people give away their vision before it is born, and then wonder why their dreams never survive. You must learn the discipline of silence, because silence guards your focus and protects your destiny. Think about it. Every time you tell people what you plan to do, you give them the opportunity to place their fears inside your mind. They tell you it's impossible. They remind you of your past failures. They laugh at you, or worse, they pretend to support you while secretly hoping you fail. That is the reality of the world. People envy more than they encourage. They criticize more than they help. They tear down more than they build. And every time you open your mouth to declare your plan, you place your seed of greatness into their hands, where it will be crushed before it has the chance to grow. Your dreams are fragile in the beginning. Just like a seed buried in the soil, they need darkness, patience, and protection before they break through into the light. If you dig up the seed too early, if you expose it before it takes root, you destroy the possibility of growth. The same is true with your goals. Stop showing people the seed. Stop asking for permission. Stop explaining. Work in silence until the roots are strong enough, until the tree of success rises so tall no one can deny it. Execution creates proof. Words create excuses. A man who talks about his plans may feel as if he has already accomplished something, but in truth he has done nothing. He has wasted the fire of his ambition in meaningless conversation. The successful do not talk about their moves, they make them. They do not broadcast their struggles, they overcome them. They do not seek applause before the victory, they earn it when the work is complete. When you speak less, you work more. When you work more, you achieve more. And when you achieve more, you no longer need to speak at all. Success speaks a universal language. It needs no defense, no justification, no explanation. A finished result silences every critic and erases every doubt. Let your results be your voice. Let your achievements be your response. Let your victory be your introduction. Never forget this truth. The loudest in the room is often the weakest. The person who announces every step, every goal, every dream is usually the one who never finishes the journey. They drown in their own words. But the quiet worker, the silent grender, the disciplined dreamer, he is the one who shocks the world. He is the one who moves in shadows and emerges with something so powerful that no one can ignore it. Silence builds mystery. It keeps people guessing. It forces them to wonder what you are doing, how you are moving, why you are progressing while they are standing still. And that mystery becomes your advantage because it prevents them from interfering, from sabotaging, from distracting you. When no one knows your moves, no one can stop them. Guard your vision. Keep it locked inside your heart. Do not feed it to careless mouths or weak minds. Do not water it with unnecessary talk. Do not hand it over to those who lack the courage to dream themselves. Your vision is sacred, and sacred things must be protected. Work in silence day after day, night after night. When others sleep, you grind. When others boast, you build. When others ask what you are doing, smile and say nothing. Let them wonder. Let them underestimate you. Let them believe you are ordinary. Then when the time comes, let your results thunder so loud they shake the ground they stand on. The world does not remember those who promised. It remembers those who produced. History is not written by those who explained what they were going to do. It is written by those who did it. You are not here to convince. You are not here to debate. You are here to create, to conquer, to dominate. And none of that requires words. So train yourself in the art of silence. Protect your focus like treasure. Work behind closed doors. Let your actions echo while your mouth stays closed. And when the doors finally open, step out, not with explanations, but with undeniable proof. Proof that silences the doubters. Proof that humbles the critics. Proof that no one can deny. Never tell people what you do. Never give them the chance to poison your vision. Never waste your fire in empty talk. Build in silence. Grow in darkness. Rise in power, and let your success make the noise the world cannot ignore. Because at the end of the day, words fade, promises vanish, opinions mean nothing. But results, they are eternal. Results are power. Results are respect. Results are the only truth that cannot be challenged. So hold your silence, do the work, deliver the result, and let the world bow to what you created, not to what you said. Results speak louder than explanations. You don't need to tell the world what you're going to do. You don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to explain yourself. Because when the work is done, when the proof is in your hand, no argument is necessary. Results are the only voice that cannot be silenced, the only language that everyone understands, the only evidence that demands respect. Too many people waste their strength talking. They announce their plans. They broadcast their dreams. They explain their intentions in detail, hoping for applause, validation, or approval. But every word they speak drains energy from their focus. Every explanation is a leak in the container of their determination. They spend their power convincing others instead of building for themselves. And at the end, they are left with empty words and no result. Understand this clearly. People do not care about your explanations. They do not believe your promises. They measure you only by what you deliver. And the more you talk, the more you weaken your position. The more you explain, the more you expose your vision to doubt, criticism, and envy. Results are respected. Talk is ignored. Think about the greatest achievers in history. They did not explain their dreams to the crowd. They did not announce every step before it was taken. They moved silently, and the world only noticed when the work was complete. Builders build in silence. Creators create in silence. Warriors train in silence. The noise comes only after the victory, never before it. You must train yourself to hold your tongue. Let others waste their time in endless chatter while you execute in silence. Do not broadcast your intentions. Do not reveal your strategies. Do not open the door for envy and sabotage. Guard your vision like a treasure, because it is. If you reveal it too soon, you invite destruction. If you protect it, you give it the chance to grow strong enough to stand on its own. When you chase your goals in silence, you keep your focus pure. There is no distraction, no outside noise, no interference. Every ounce of energy goes into the work, not into defending it. And when the work is finished, when the dream becomes reality, the result will announce itself with a force no words could ever match. Do you know why people love to talk about their plans? Because it feels like progress. It gives a temporary high. They get the applause now without doing the work. But that applause is empty. Because when it is time to execute, they have nothing left inside. They have already burned the fire of their ambition and talk. They became satisfied with words instead of hungry for results. Don't fall into that trap. Silence requires strength. Silence requires patience. Silence requires discipline. It takes courage to hold back your words, to resist the temptation of announcing your dreams, to endure the waiting without recognition, But those who master silence are the ones who shock the world. They appear suddenly without warning, carrying a result so powerful that no one saw it coming and no one can deny it. Remember this: promises fade, excuses multiply, but results remain. You do not have to prove yourself to anyone in advance. You do not have to justify your vision. You do not need permission. All you need is the courage to execute, the discipline to stay silent, and the relentless drive to finish what you start. When you do, the result will silence every critic, humble every doubter, and inspire every witness. Results create authority. Results build respect. Results earn admiration. Explanations do none of these. Talking will not give you influence. Explaining will not give you power. Only execution, only delivery, only victory gives you the right to stand tall. So the next time you feel the urge to tell people what you are doing, stop. The next time you want to explain your dreams, stop. The next time you are tempted to reveal your moves, stop. Ask yourself, do I want to talk or do I want to win? Do I want applause now or do I want respect forever? Work in silence, grind in silence, build in silence. Let them wonder what you are up to. Let them underestimate you. Let them think you are doing nothing. Then shock them with undeniable proof. Shock them with results so clear, so powerful, so absolute that no explanation is required. At the end of the day, explanations are forgotten, but results are remembered. Talk is ignored, but results are celebrated. Words are challenged, but results are respected. If you want respect, deliver results. If you want to be heard, deliver results. If you want to be remembered, deliver results. Results speak louder than explanation. So stop talking, stop explaining, stop seeking approval. Do the work. Deliver the result. And let the world be silenced by what you created, not by what you said. People envy more than they support. That is the truth you must face if you are serious about greatness. Most will not clap for you. Most will not cheer for you. They will smile to your face while secretly hoping you stumble. They will act like friends but feed you doubt. They will give you advice that keeps you small because your growth makes them uncomfortable. Your rise exposes their laziness. Your hunger exposes their weakness. Your success exposes their excuses. Do not expect support from those who have not built anything. Expect envy, expect resistance, expect silence. And that is why you must never tell people what you do. Every time you reveal your plans, you invite envy into your life. Every time you share your dream, you put it in the hands of those who do not want to see it happen. They may not stop you directly, but their words of doubt, their subtle discouragement, their hidden negativity will creep into your mind. And once doubt enters, focus weakens. Once focus weakens, discipline crumbles. That is how dreams die, not from failure, but from exposure to envy. Understand this. Your vision was given to you, not to them. They cannot see it. They cannot feel it. They cannot understand it. So when you speak it to them, you expect faith from those who live in fear. You expect courage from those who live in excuses. You expect support from those who envy more than they encourage. That is foolishness. Stop expecting lions to understand sheep. Stop expecting winners' faith from losers' minds. Your dream is a seed. Seeds grow in silence underground, hidden from the world. If you dig them up too early, they die. If you expose them before they take root, they never grow. Your goals are the same. Protect them in silence. Work on them in secret. Water them with action, not words. And when the roots are strong, when the tree rises, then and only then will the world see what you built. Envy is everywhere. It is in your friends, your family, your colleagues, even in strangers. Some people don't want you to succeed simply because they did not. They gave up, so they want you to give up. They quit, so they want you to quit. They settled, so they want you to settle. But if you are wise, you will not give them the chance. You will guard your dream. You will protect your vision. You will lock your plan inside your heart and work in silence until the result is so undeniable, so powerful that no envy, no jealousy, no doubt can erase it. The world respects results, not promises. You do not need to tell anyone what you are doing. You do not need to convince them. You do not need to explain yourself. Just execute, just deliver, just produce. When the result is in your hand, when the evidence is real, even your enemies will be forced to respect it. Results shut every mouth. Results silence every critic. Results crush envy under the weight of proof. While others waste time talking, you must be building. While others explain, you must be executing. While others complain, you must be creating. That is how you separate yourself. That is how you escape envy. Not by explaining, not by convincing, but by producing results that cannot be denied. Yes, people envy more than they support. But let that fuel you. Let it remind you why silence is power. Let it remind you why your focus must remain unshaken. Let it remind you why execution is everything. Because the same people who envy you now will pretend to support you later once your success is undeniable. The same people who whisper doubts will later claim they always believed in you. Do not waste time proving them wrong with words. Prove them wrong with results. Do not seek applause. Do not seek validation. Do not seek encouragement. Seek only progress. Seek only growth. Seek only results. Because results are louder than envy. Results are stronger than jealousy. Results are respected even by those who hate you. So stay silent. Stay focused. Stay relentless. Protect your dream from envious eyes. Let them wonder what you are doing. Let them underestimate you. Let them think you are not moving. And then when the time comes, step forward with a result so undeniable it shocks them into silence. Step forward with proof so powerful that even envy cannot deny it. Step forward with victory so clear that it speaks louder than every word you never said. People envy more than they support. That is why you must never tell people what you do. Keep your vision private. Keep your plan protected. Keep your energy invested in execution, not explanation. Build in silence, win in silence. Let the envy grow because envy is powerless against results. At the end of the day, the world does not remember what you said you would do. The world only remembers what you did. Talking attracts doubt, criticism, and distraction. The moment you open your mouth about your plans, you invite the opinions of people who neither understand your vision nor carry your responsibility. You think you are sharing to gain support, but in truth you are leaking power. Every word you speak about what you intend to do drains energy that should have been invested in execution. Every time you reveal your steps, you invite resistance. Talking weakens the dream, silence protects it. When you explain your plans, you give the world a chance to judge you before you have results. They criticize your idea, not because it is impossible, but because they cannot see what you see. They distract you with their doubts, not because they are wise, but because they are limited. They pull you into endless debates, endless opinions, endless negativity. And by the time you finish defending yourself, you have lost the focus to act. This is why so many people never finish what they start. They wasted their strength in talking instead of building. Talking attracts critics. Critics are always ready. They have nothing to lose, nothing to risk, and nothing to show. Yet they are the loudest. They speak as if they know the future, but their own lives prove they do not. If you allow their voices into your mind, they will poison your belief. They will make you doubt what you once felt certain about. They will turn your conviction into hesitation, and hesitation destroys momentum. Talking also attracts envy. Some will never want to see you win because your victory is their reminder that they quit on themselves. They will smile at you while secretly hoping you fail. They will nod while planting seeds of doubt. They will act supportive while whispering behind your back. You must understand this truth. Not everyone around you is for you. Many watch only to see if you stumble. That is why silence is not weakness. It is protection. And let us not forget distraction. The more you talk about your dream, the more you trick your own mind into thinking you've already achieved something. You feel good explaining it. You feel powerful announcing it. But that satisfaction is fake and it robs you of real hunger. You get the applause before you've earned it. You get the recognition before you've done the work. And suddenly the fire inside you cools. Talking is the thief of discipline. Silence is different. Silence is power. Silence keeps your focus sharp. Silence keeps your energy concentrated. Silence protects you from critics, from envy, from distraction. In silence, there are no outside voices, no unnecessary doubts, no wasted explanations. There is only you, your vision and your work, and that is all you need. Execution is the only proof the world respects. Nobody remembers what you said you would do. Nobody cares about the promises you made. They remember what you built. They respect what you finished. They admire what you produced. The tallest buildings, the strongest empires, the greatest inventions, all were crafted in silence behind closed doors, far away from the noise of the crowd. And when they were revealed, the world stood in shock. That is the pattern of greatness. Silence first, noise later. The weak want to be seen talking. The strong want to be seen winning. The weak explain, the strong execute. The weak seek applause, the strong seek results. You must decide who you will be. Will you be the one who talks and talks only to fade into the background? Or will you be the one who works in silence and then stuns the world with undeniable proof? Talking attracts doubt, criticism, and distraction, but results attract respect, admiration, and influence. Results are undeniable. Results silence critics. Results humble the envious. Results destroy doubt. When you deliver, nobody asks for explanations. When you produce, nobody cares about your words. The evidence is there, visible to all. That is the only language that matters. So guard your dream. Lock it inside your heart. Keep it safe from careless words and weak minds. Build in silence day after day, night after night. Let others wonder what you are doing. Let them think you are not moving. Let them underestimate you. And when the time is right, reveal the result. Let the world see what silence has created. Let them be shocked by the work you did while they were busy talking. The world does not reward announcements. It rewards achievements. It does not respect explanations. It respects evidence. It does not honor words. It honors results. So stop giving energy to talk. Stop wasting focus in explanation. Stop inviting doubt, criticism, and distraction. Stay silent. Stay disciplined. Stay relentless. One day you will stand in front of the very people who doubted you, and you will not need to speak. Your results will speak for you. Your success will silence every critic. Your achievements will drown out every distraction. And the envy that once surrounded you will turn into forced respect, because results cannot be denied. Talking attracts doubt, criticism, and distraction. But silence backed by relentless action attracts results. And results are louder than any words you could ever say. Execution creates proof. Words create excuses. It does not matter how beautifully you describe your dream, how passionately you explain your plan, or how loudly you announce your intentions. Without execution, all of it is empty. Words are cheap. Promises are fragile. Explanations mean nothing. Proof only comes from execution. Proof only comes from action. Proof only comes from results. Too many people live their lives talking instead of working. They speak about what they will do next year, what they will achieve someday, what they will build when the time is right. But someday never comes for them. Why? Because talk is a comfortable substitute for action. Talk makes you feel as if you've already achieved something. Talk gives you temporary satisfaction. But talk produces nothing. Only execution has the power to turn vision into reality. Every time you choose words over execution, you weaken yourself. You convince yourself that you are moving forward when you are standing still. You convince yourself that you are working when you are wasting time. Words create excuses, and excuses are the tools of failure. I was going to start, but I wanted to do it. But I told people I would. But these are the sounds of wasted potential. These are the graves where dreams are buried. Execution is different. Execution is raw. Execution is hard. Execution demands sacrifice, discipline, and consistency. Execution doesn't give you the comfort of applause in the beginning. It doesn't give you recognition right away. Execution is quiet, lonely, and often invisible. But execution pays in results. Execution delivers the proof that nobody can deny. Execution is the ultimate answer to every critic, every doubter, every envious eye that ever questioned you. Words invite doubt. Execution silences it. Words attract critics. Execution shuts them down. Words create envy. Execution turns envy into forced respect. The world does not care about what you say you will do. The world only respects what you actually accomplish. You do not need to explain yourself when you have proof. You do not need to defend yourself when you have results. You do not need to talk when execution speaks for you. The greatest victories are never announced ahead of time. Warriors do not tell the enemy their strategy. Builders do not explain the design before the foundation is set. Innovators do not reveal their invention before it is complete. They move in silence, they work in darkness, they execute relentlessly, and when the time is right, they unveil their proof to the world. A proof so undeniable, so powerful, so complete that no critic can argue against it. That is the power of execution. Talking about what you will do gives others the chance to tear it apart. They will tell you it's impossible. They will remind you of your failures. They will project their fear onto your vision. And if you are not careful, their doubt becomes your belief. That is why silence is a shield. Silence is a fortress. Silence is the discipline that protects your execution. Stop telling people what you are going to do. Stop explaining yourself. Stop seeking approval. Put your energy where it matters in the work. Build quietly. Grind relentlessly. Execute daily. And when the work is complete, let your proof speak for you. Proof is universal. Proof is undeniable. Proof is respected by both friends and enemies alike. You must understand this truth. Results cannot be faked. You can fake words. You can fake promises. You can fake intentions. But you cannot fake execution. The scoreboard does not lie. The bank account does not lie. The finished product does not lie. Either you did it or you did not. Execution is the only evidence that matters. So if you want to rise above the crowd, do not be the loudest voice. Be the strongest executive. Let others waste time announcing their goals. Let others drown in their own excuses. Let others chase attention with empty promises. While they talk, you move. While they explain, you execute. While they dream out loud, you build in silence. And then when the time is right, you will have something real, something finished, something undeniable. And at that moment, you won't need to explain. You won't need to defend. You won't need to talk. The proof will stand in front of them louder than any speech you could have given. Execution creates proof. Words create excuses. Which one will you choose? Will you live in the world of talkers drowning in excuses and explanations? Or will you live in the world of executives where results are the only currency? The choice is yours. Talk is cheap. Execution is priceless. Stop talking. Start doing. Deliver proof and let the world bow to your results. The greatest builders reveal only when finished. They do not broadcast their plans before the foundation is laid. They do not expose their vision while it is still fragile. They build in silence, in darkness, away from the noise of opinions and the weight of doubt. They protect their work until it is strong enough to stand on its own. And when the structure rises, when the vision becomes reality, the world is forced to see it, undeniable, complete, unshakable. You must understand this truth. Your ideas, your dreams, your goals are fragile in the beginning. They are seeds. Seeds cannot survive if they are dug up too soon. They need silence, protection, and time to grow roots. Yet, too many people sabotage themselves by revealing their plans too early. They talk about what they will do. They announce every move. They invite the world into a process that requires solitude. And the result, their dream dies under the weight of criticism, envy, and distraction. The greatest builders reveal only when finished because they know people envy more than they support. When you tell others your plans, you open the door to jealousy. Some will pretend to encourage you, but behind their smiles is doubt. Others will outright dismiss you, reminding you of every failure in your past. And even those closest to you may try to stop you, not out of malice, but because your ambition exposes their fear. They cannot see what you see, so they project their limits onto your vision. Why give them that power? Why put your dream into the hands of those who do not carry your responsibility? Silence is not weakness. Silence is wisdom. The world does not respect promises. It respects results. No one remembers what you said you would do. They remember what you built. No one celebrates the blueprint. They celebrate the skyscraper. No one honors the talker. They honor the finisher. That is why you must learn the discipline of keeping quiet until the proof is undeniable. Think about it. The greatest warriors do not reveal their strategy before the battle. The greatest innovators do not announce their invention before it is ready. The greatest leaders do not explain every step. They let their achievements speak for them. Talking too soon is a distraction. It weakens focus. It divides energy, and it gives your enemies a chance to interfere. But silence keeps you strong. Silence keeps you moving. Silence keeps your vision pure. When you work quietly, you give yourself space to grow without interference. You are not burdened by doubt. You are not distracted by applause. You are not slowed down by explanations. You simply move forward one step at a time until the work is complete. Then and only then do you reveal it. And when you do, no one can deny it, because results are louder than words. Results are stronger than promises. Results are the only proof that matters. Remember this. People cannot argue with finished work. They can argue with your plan. They can argue with your promise. They can argue with your dream. But when the proof is in front of them, when the building is standing, when the product is real, when the victory is undeniable, their words collapse. Critics fall silent in the face of results. Envy turns into forced respect. Doubt is crushed under the weight of evidence. Do not seek validation. Do not seek recognition. Do not seek applause in the beginning. Seek only progress. Seek only execution. Seek only results. Because once the result is real, the recognition will come on its own. You won't have to chase it. You won't have to demand it. The world will have no choice but to see it. The greatest builders reveal only when finished. You must adopt the same discipline. Build in silence. Train in silence. Work in silence. Keep your head down. Keep your focus sharp. Keep your energy invested in execution, not explanation. Let others talk about what they will do. Let others waste their strength in endless words. While they speak, you move. While they explain, you execute. While they dream out loud, you build in silence. And when the time comes, when your work is finished, you will step forward with something undeniable, something complete, something powerful. And in that moment, you will not need to explain. You will not need to defend. You will not need to convince. Your result will stand as proof. Your result will silence every critic, humble every doubter, and command the respect of even those who never believed in you. So remember, the blueprint is yours. The work is yours. The vision is yours. Guard it, protect it, build it, and reveal it only when it is finished. Because talk fades, promises vanish, opinions mean nothing. But results are eternal. The greatest builders reveal only when finished. Be one of them. Build in silence, reveal in power, and let your results speak louder than any words ever could. Every seed grows in darkness before the harvest shows. No farmer plants a seed and immediately pulls it out of the ground to prove it is growing. He trusts the process. He knows the roots must form underground before the fruit can be seen. Your dream works the same way. Your vision, your goal, your mission, it begins in silence, in darkness, hidden away from the world. If you expose it too early, if you reveal it before it is ready, you destroy its chance to grow. That is why you must never tell people what you do. Protect your seed until it becomes a harvest. Talking too soon is like digging up a seed before it has roots. The moment you start announcing your plans, you invite opinions, doubts, criticism, and envy. And those voices can choke your dream before it has the strength to survive. People will tell you it can't be done. They will remind you of your past failures. They will laugh at you. Or worse, they will pretend to support you while secretly waiting for you to fail. Why hand them that power? Why expose your fragile seed to their poison? Understand this, people envy more than they support. Many will not want to see you rise because your rise reminds them of their own laziness. Your growth highlights their excuses. Your ambition exposes their comfort. They don't want you to succeed because your success threatens the story they tell themselves about why they settled. So when you tell them your dream, they will try to kill it. Not always with open hatred, but with subtle doubt, disguised concern, or false encouragement. Silence is your shield against this. Silence keeps the soil around your seed undisturbed. Every seed needs darkness, patience, and time. In the same way, every dream needs privacy. discipline and persistence. The greatest builders, the greatest creators, the greatest warriors, they all worked in silence before revealing their results. They understood the value of hidden growth. They knew that words could not protect their vision. Only execution could. They did not talk about the harvest before it came. They worked the soil, watered the seed, waited for the right season, and then revealed a result that no one could deny. Execution creates proof. Words create excuses. If you want to grow your dream, do not waste your strength and talk. Every time you explain, you leak energy. Every time you announce, you divide your focus. Every time you defend your vision to others, you delay the work that could have moved you closer to it. Stop talking. Start executing. Your result will be the proof, and proof silences every critic. The harvest will come if you trust the process, but you must not rush it. You must not expose it. You must not seek applause before it is ready. Too many people kill their own dreams by announcing them too soon. They want validation now. They want recognition now. They want to look successful before they are successful. And so they trade real progress for empty praise. They abandon the work for the illusion of achievement. And when the applause fades, they are left with nothing. Do not fall into that trap. Do not dig up your seed for approval. Stay disciplined. Stay psychist. Let the world think you are idle. Let them underestimate you. Let them wonder what you are doing. Meanwhile, you are watering your seed with hard work, discipline, sacrifice, and persistence. You are strengthening the roots of your vision. You are building in silence, and when the time is right, when the harvest is ready, you will reveal results so undeniable, so powerful that no one can ignore them. Remember this: people cannot argue with fruit. They can argue with your dream. They can argue with your plan. They can argue with your words. But when the harvest is in your hands, when the proof is visible, when the results are undeniable, all argument dies. Critics are silenced. Envy turns to respect. Doubt is crushed under the weight of evidence. So guard your dream like a seed. Protect it in silence. Work on it in private. Give it the time it needs to grow. Do not dig it up for applause. Do not expose it for validation. Do not waste its strength and talk. Let your results reveal it at the right time. Every seed grows in darkness before the harvest shows. Your dream is no different. Trust the process. Respect the silence. Build in the shadows. And when the season comes, step forward with a harvest so undeniable that the world has no choice but to respect you. Keep your vision locked inside until it becomes reality. A dream is not meant to be announced. It is meant to be built. The moment you expose it, the moment you open your mouth to share it, you place it in the hands of others who will never see what you see. They will never feel the fire you feel. They will never understand the hunger inside you. And because they cannot see through your eyes, they will reduce your vision to their limitations. That is why silence is power. That is why secrecy is strength. Every vision is fragile at the beginning. Just like fire, it starts as a spark, small, delicate, vulnerable. And if you expose it too soon, the winds of criticism and the rains of doubt will snuff it out before it grows into a flame. People will mock it. They will question it. They will feed you their fears and disguise them as advice. They will poison your spark with their insecurity. And you, if you are careless, will let their words seep into your belief until you no longer believe yourself. That is how visions die, by careless exposure. But when you keep your vision locked inside, you protect it, you let it burn quietly, fiercely, untouched by doubt, untouched by ridicule. You give it space to grow in strength. You give yourself time to sharpen your skills, prepare your mind, and move in silence. And as you do, something incredible happens. Your vision begins to transform from a thought into a reality. You move from talking about it to living it. You move from dreaming about it to building it. Understand this. Words are cheap. Execution is priceless. Anyone can speak of greatness, but only those who stay silent long enough to work will ever achieve it. Talking about your plans gives you a false sense of accomplishment. It tricks the mind into thinking the job is half done. You get the applause of people who clap for your idea, and suddenly you feel satisfied. But satisfaction without results is poison. It kills the hunger. It weakens the drive. And that is why you must not speak, because your words can steal the fuel from your fire. The greatest victories are those revealed only when complete. Builders of empires did not announce brick by brick what they were doing. They built in silence. They fought in silence. They struggled in silence. And then one day they unveiled a result so powerful that the world had no choice but to stand in awe. You think the eagle tells the world it is about to fly? No, it spreads its wings and lets the flight speak for itself. That is how you must operate. Keep your vision locked inside until it becomes reality. The truth is, most people do not want you to succeed. They want you to stay average because your growth exposes their weakness. Your hunger exposes their laziness. Your pursuit of greatness forces them to confront the excuses they live with every day. And rather than rise with you, they will try to pull you down. They will say, be realistic. They will say, it's impossible. They will all laugh at your ambition, because deep inside your ambition reminds them of the dreams they buried. Why give them that chance? Why hand them your vision to destroy? Protect it, guard it. Keep it locked inside until you have already won. When you finally reveal it, let it be undeniable. Let it be complete. Let it be so strong that there is no debate, no argument, no ridicule that can stand against it. Results are louder than explanations. Success is the only voice that cannot be silenced. The world can reject your words, but it cannot reject your proof. So, stop explaining, stop announcing, stop leaking your energy in conversations that do not move you forward. Put all of that energy into execution. You must train yourself to love silence. Train yourself to embrace secrecy. Train yourself to find strength in the shadows. While others chase attention, you chase mastery. While others talk, you act. While others look for validation, you build unshakable confidence through work. That is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. The day will come when your vision is no longer a secret. The day will come when your reality speaks for itself. And when that day arrives, you won't need to explain how you got there. You won't need to defend your choices. You won't need to remind anyone of what you said you would do, because your results will be standing in front of them. Undeniable, unshakable, unquestionable. So keep your vision locked inside until it becomes reality. Do not weaken it with premature words. Do not expose it to the envy of others. Do not trade progress for applause. Guard it with discipline. Feed it with relentless work. Strengthen it with silence. Build it in the dark until it is too powerful to be ignored. And when the time is right, when your vision has matured into undeniable reality, let it roar louder than any promise ever could. Surprise the world with success, not promises. Anyone can talk, anyone can boast, anyone can fill the air with words of what they plan to do. But words do not build empires. Words do not conquer mountains. Words do not create history. Only results do. Promises are easy. Execution is rare. And the rare are the ones who rule. When you tell people what you're going to do, you give away power. You hand them your fire before you've even lit the torch. You set expectations. And if you stumble, you give them the right to laugh. You give them the right to judge. You give them the right to label you a dreamer without proof. But when you keep silent and let your work speak, you leave no room for doubt, no room for ridicule, no room for excuses. Your results become the loudest announcement of all. The truth is, most people don't want your promise. They want your failure. They listen to your dreams, and instead of cheering, they secretly hope you fall short. They envy your ambition because your ambition reminds them of the dreams they abandoned. So when you speak of your goals, you are feeding their jealousy. You are giving them ammunition to use against you. That is why silence is strength. That is why action is power. Do not waste your energy proving yourself with words. Prove yourself with results. Every promise you make without execution is a debt you owe, and most never repay it. They talk about what they will achieve. They describe what their future will look like. They speak of the moves they will make. But months later, years later, they are in the same place, repeating the same empty lines. Their lives are a collection of promises without substance. Do not be that person. Be the one who keeps quiet. works relentlessly, and delivers so much success that the world is shocked when they finally see it. Surprise is the most powerful weapon. When people expect nothing, your victory crushes them. When they underestimate you, your success breaks their assumptions. When they doubt you, your results silence their doubt forever. The element of surprise protects you while you work and magnifies you when you succeed. That is why the strongest warriors reveal their strategy only when the battle is won. That is why the greatest builders unveil their work only when it is complete. Talking is easy, and that is why it attracts the weak. They prefer to look successful rather than be successful. They prefer attention over achievement. They prefer applause over results. They brag about the path they will walk, but they never take a single step. Do not fall into this trap. Do not confuse exposure with progress. Do not confuse validation with victory. Real winners move in silence. Real winners shock the world by appearing suddenly with success too undeniable to question. Think of the seed in the ground. It makes no noise as it pushes through the soil. It does not announce itself. It grows in darkness quietly, persistently, until one day it breaks the surface, fully formed, undeniable, alive. That is how you must grow. Quietly, privately, relentlessly. And then when the time is right, reveal a success so powerful it commands attention. Understand this. If you want to surprise the world, you must first surprise yourself. Push beyond the limits you thought were fixed. Do the work no one believed you would do. Endure the sacrifice no one imagined you could endure. Build a life so strong that even you stand in awe of it. Then when the world finally sees it, their disbelief turns into respect and their envy turns into silence. Do not warn people about what you will become. Show them. Do not promise them what you will achieve. Deliver it. The man who promises is a dreamer. The man who delivers is a conqueror. The man who talks gets applause today. The man who executes gets respect forever. Remember, success needs no announcement. Gold does not need a sign to prove its value. A lion does not need to declare it is a lion. The roar and the hunt prove it. In the same way, you need not tell the world what you're going to do. You need only do it. And when you do, the results will echo louder than any promise ever could. So, discipline yourself. Close your mouth. Open your grind. Keep your fire locked inside until it becomes an explosion of results. Build your life in silence and let your success speak in thunder. Surprise the world not with empty promises, but with victories so undeniable, so massive, so overwhelming that they are forced to respect you. Surprise the world with success, not promises. Let silence be your armor. Let discipline be your weapon. And let results be your voice. That is how the great ones live. That is how legacies are built. That is how history remembers you. Not for what you said you would do, but for what you did. So let the world talk while you work. Let them doubt while you grind. Let them laugh while you build. And when the time is right, don't give them promises. Give them proof. Don't show them dreams. Show them results. Don't tell them what you will do. Show them what you have already done. Because in the end, no voice is louder than success. No weapon sharper than results. And no surprise greater than victory revealed in silence. Surprise the world with success, not promises.